Join us this week as we travel to East Glacier and navigate a few obstacles. I'm Riss, and this is Huck. Join us as we explore the beautiful Pacific Northwest this summer. You might see sideways rain, mosquitoes, and less than ideal conditions, but you'll also see good friends and some amazing adventures. Stay tuned, because it's all part of my Beargrass summer. It's 4th of July weekend, and the crew sets off for a getaway to East Glacier. How's the packing?
Every time I'm in this car, it's crammed full of stuff.
There's several different cars coming from different places at different times, but our car leaves after work on Friday for a quick 7-hour drive to St. Mary's Lake. Alright, we have just arrived in St. Mary's, Montana. It's really beautiful here. You probably can't even see the mountains yet, but they are present. We've been driving for what seems like years. Once we get settled in, we start by making a fire and enjoying some time in the lingering Montana sun. We are just settling into our campsite. We got some things set up, ate some dinner that we got on the road. Kalani's currently setting a fire. I kind of wish I had. It is 10:04. Check out that sky. The sun is still setting. We're going on a little walk before bed just to get the jitters out, so that we can sleep, because the sun might come up pretty soon already. But it's been a gorgeous evening, sitting around the fire, enjoying the new ridgeline, enjoying our new backyard. However, this evening didn't go quite according to plan for our other cars.
Alright. Backseat crew.
On our way to Iceberg Lake Trail.
Yep. Us three and KP doing the first hike. It's about a 9-mile total out and back. The other car, which is Megan, Nick, Steph, I've not gotten here yet.
Say the least.
Hey Riss, it's Megan. We ended up going into the park and running into the Sun Road that's closed. So then we were going to turn around and drive like 2 or 3 hours to go around the park. But then we also got stranded because the road is closed until midnight. And so we won't be in probably until 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm guessing. So I just wanted to tell you about it.
So, wishing them well. And this is, missing them, wishing they were also going on this hike. It's absolutely gorgeous out here.
Just got into Mini Glacier.
Yep, Mini Glacier.
Which is not mini.
Yeah, you hear mini, but it's many. So, that's about it.
As you heard, the other crew got trapped by construction in the park. Thankfully, they did a courtesy run at midnight to let them out, but they had to make a decision whether they kept going another 3 hours on dark, windy roads. Thankfully, they decided to get a motel room and get some sleep before heading to us the next morning.
We're not sure what's about to happen right now. We're hiking. About 2.5 miles in. Feeling great. Just came upon a nice waterfall. So I'll show you that now. We made it to the lake.
So hard to know what's going to be around.
It's frozen over. Still looks cool, but I think definitely the views of the valley were the more of the hit Right, team?
What was this mountain, dude?
Yeah, we're kind of in like a bowl
Right now.
which is kind of fun. We have to walk along that ridge of really packed and slippery snow. So we did it on the way here, so we're gonna do it on the way back. It'll be great. We're coming out of a clearing of trees, and the people in front of us were stopped and looking at something, and then they turn around and shout, "There's a bear." Yes. And we say, "Where?" And they say it's about 100 feet below you, but it's walking up towards you. And then they say, "It's a grizzly, a big one." So we walk very fast towards them. Didn't lay eyes on the grizz. Almost everyone else around us did. Talked to a ranger. He said they've been tracking the grizz. This grizzly, someone said, probably weighs 800 pounds. The ranger said someone had already sprayed it, and it was still just moseying and just a grumpy old dude looking for a snack. So we're getting off this mountain in one piece, talking loud.
As Scott, Lauren, Elise, and Kalani went for a hike, Huck and I spent some time in Many Glacier before heading back to meet the second car since Huck couldn't be on the trails.
Alright, so we just turned around at the Many Glacier entrance because it's full and they are not allowed to allow any vehicles into the park until 5
No matter
p.m.
what.
Which is a bummer because I'm supposed to pick the hiking crew up at 3:30. So they have to wait an extra hour and a half, which just is on par for the course on this trip. We were looking for somewhere to swim while we were gonna wait for them, but
First,
now we can't. We couldn't find anywhere to swim. And we can't get into the park.
and it's hot.
And it's hot. So we're gonna go get margaritas instead.
Yep. And then we will finally all be together eventually soon in maybe some hours.
Yep. Gotta kill a couple hours.
Yeah.
We are sadly, devastatingly having to wait out at this Frog Cantina. We just ordered 5 huckleberry margaritas, and we are going to wait for further instruction. Huck got no margaritas. She is her own margarita.
Yep.
Megan, how you doing? Just gonna film this moment of Nick potentially losing. Oh!
No way.
Ugh.
We got done with the hike. It went well. It was about 9.8. When we got down here, Scott checked the satellite phone messages from Riss, and they said, "Sad news, we can't come in to pick you up until after 5. We got done right at 4, like 4:02. So you could either walk toward the entrance for another hour, or we could sit here and wait for 1 hour." So we chose the sitting and waiting part, and Lauren's got on the bathroom. We're just watching everybody that we hiked with come down from the mountain and get in their cars and go away. And we wish we were swimming in the lake right now, but we're stranded. So anyway, just a part of another wrinkle.
Alright, I'm now driving this road for the third time today. It is a gorgeous road, so I'm not mad at all. I'm finally going to pick up the hikers that we dropped off this morning. And then the park closed, not even for me to go pick them up because it was so full. So I am finally headed back in there. We spent the afternoon playing Mexican Train at a cantina, which was very fun. And the other car has gone back to the campsite to wait for us, and we are going to get this crew and go back, and then the last car is coming in at 7, and we finally will have all of us in the same place for the first time. So that's very exciting. Keep you updated.
Chris just picked us up. We're saved. An hour of sitting on this godforsaken log
53 minutes.
ended.
53 minutes.
Alright, we moments ago decided we wanted to go jump in St. Mary's Lake, so we are loading up the car frantically because we have an hour until the next car comes. We're gonna go jump in the lake.
That early July water temperature was quite refreshing. Finally, all the cars have arrived and we can enjoy a leisurely dinner around the fire.
To me. And stuff. Okay.
But I thought this was about Alright, we're finally going to bed. It is night 2 in the tent. Huckleberry has found a good spot. And we are putting out the fire, putting the food in the cars, and finally turning it in.
The next morning, we woke up to an expected but not welcomed dreary day. We try to make the most of it by huddling and drinking warm coffee in the car.
Alright, we are starting a hike. Currently we're walking from where we were able to park to the trailhead. We're going to do Virginia Falls, St. Mary Falls. Unclear, but we're just trying to get out, get moving so we can be warm. Because it is freezing out here. It's only tinkling right now. So we're glad it's not pouring rain. It's actually currently not raining, so it's a bad excuse.
So here we are. It's moist out. 7 of us decided to do this hike. It's not that long. We're gonna hopefully see a waterfall. The other crew couldn't tell you what they're doing. Hopefully they're getting you footage, Tris.
I hope so.
I think they're at a coffee shop playing games. That's it. Here we go.
Here we go. Down to the river we go.
This hike is short, but has a series of different waterfalls to explore. Because it was such a rainy day, we had plenty of trail to ourselves.
Will you tell us what you see?
There's moose over there. It's just eating some plant life.
Oh, this is a good view.
Keeping pretty still from a safe distance.
It's a great narration, thank you.
Over and out.
The trail winds through an old burn, which gives way to perfect bare grass conditions.
We just finished our short waterfall hike. No idea how long we went. No idea what we saw. But it was really beautiful. We're much warmer now. Happier, right? Yep. And now we are gonna walk back from the trailer to our car and do a trip as far up going to the Sun Road as we can before we head back to camp.
Because the day was chilly, Huck got to comfortably hang out in the car while I got to explore.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you a queen among peasants?
That evening, the rain let up enough for us to enjoy one last dinner and evening around the fire.
I saw that.
Huckleberry, you're attached.
Can I?
What's going on, Nick?
It's 9 o'clock, and I feel full, and I'm not tired yet, and it's still light out, and there's still a fire, but we are packing up because it's kind of raining a little bit.
I'm sleepy.
And I can't go to Canada because I didn't bring my passport.
Big fire, big warmth, more fun.
We even got personal dancing lessons from Steven. Whether or not we were successful, I'll leave up to you.
Good job, Meg.
Ready?
Look who's ready to be up. Huck gets her wish with an early morning coffee walk, and we arrive back to the team making a final breakfast.
We do.
Afterwards, we pack up, and on our way home, we stop by 2 Medicine to do a quick hike and see our last remaining entrance to Glacier. At this point in the last few years, we have been to all entrances into Glacier National Park, including Many Glacier, St. Mary's, 2 Medicine, West Glacier, and Pole Bridge. If you want to know my favorite, you're out of luck, because each part of the park is amazing for different reasons. Thanks for joining us on our East Glacier tour. We'll see you next time.
DTRing with ourselves. Why not?
Tell me that you're. Tell me that you're.
We have no idea what this is.
But I want.
Scott, who's your baby?
I was eating my pickles and then everyone said, Scott, get in the car.
You can let her go.
Do me. Can you do me?
What you doing over there? Look, he's dancing. I see it now.
Can you do me?
Megan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steph. Megan.
Yes.
Tell me what you thought about dinner.
Well, when you go to do the dinner, and we made the quesadillas, but we didn't have the right thing to do it, and so
To flip it?
all we needed to do was believe. We believed in that it would be achieved, and then it was all in a bowl, and we brought it, and
A ham! You're a ham for the camera! Scott, what's going on?
Rain.
Okay.
I feel like I'm looking at this. Me neither. But whatever. It's okay.
Okay, brats.
yes.
Highlight of the weekend.
Probably huddling together for warmth underneath versus tailgate when it was
Really?
pouring rain. It's
Amazing.
just really bonding. Feel closer to you all. So,
Good
yeah,
weekend.
thanks for stopping by. Really good to see you.
2 thumbs up for the weekend. Special.
Stay beautiful.